Ladies and gentlemen, we are live tonight for another edition of NASCAR. Almost said NASCAR Chase for the Cup 2005. Of NASCAR 21 Ignition, and our custom schedule continues. Race number 2 here tonight at Circuit of the Americas, our first road course race of the season, and it is on a new track for the NASCAR Cup Series in 2021. We'll have to see what today will bring. A lot of unexpected twists and turns, not only around this track, but throughout the course of the season as well. So, basically because of the game in general, we'll have to see how this one will go here today. We'll take a look at the starting lineup for today's race with Tyler Reddick and Austin Cindric on the front row. Kyle Larson and Kyle Busch will be in row 2. William Byron, Joey Logano in row 3. Chase Elliott, Ryan Blaney, row 4. And Kevin Harvick and Alex Bowman will round out the top 10 in row number 5. We qualified in 21st with the session qualifying for today's race, 4.5 seconds off the lead. I did not run a good lap, though. I will tell you that right now. I messed up on each of my 2 laps in the opening round of the session qualifying. Only the top 12 made it to round 2, and obviously we were not able to do it. And actually, this is qualifying session 1, so this isn't even... Hang on, let's go to the next session. I don't know if the next session is going to be the race or if it's going to be this. Hang on.
Welcome to Austin, Texas for the first ever NASCAR Cup Series.
Oh, okay, we're going right into the race. Here's Alex again.
One of America's newest road courses, known for hosting some of the most high-profile motorsports in the world. This track is full of elevation changes and tight technical turns that are sure to challenge the drivers today. You can hear the excitement of the fans as the drivers get ready for the command. Let's head trackside here at Circuit of the Americas.
All right, well, that's good. No glitch right there. No real use of the data pad, I guess, unless it shows who's... Okay, so this is the second session of Knockout. Actually, it didn't change at all. So I guess what we did end up seeing at the end of session 1 was exactly... the end of session 2 as well, with Tyler Reddick on the pole, Austin Cindric outside pole in second. Again, Denny Hamlin coming off the win in the Daytona 500. If you guys are wondering, which I've seen a lot of in the chat, of why exactly I am dressed like this, I had a Halloween, almost said Christmas party. I'm messing up my words. Okay, anyway, Halloween party at work today. So I had to throw my best Halloween get-up together. I am dressed as Mick Foley. For those of you that are not pro wrestling fans, you probably won't know who he is. There's a lot of people at work today that did not know who Mick Foley was, and I was quite astonished. I mean, you would think in the most popular era of wrestling, you know, where you are having on a weekly basis 4 to 5 million people watching every Monday night, and not everybody knows who Mick Foley is. That kind of surprised me. Like, they know who The Rock is. They know who Stone Cold Steve Austin is. It's like, if you know those guys, how do you not know Mick Foley? Anyway, I am Mick Foley, so figured I would wear the getup for the stream today. I actually had a puffier underneath my... I had some stuffing underneath my shirt. I took it off when I was at work because it was too hot after a little while. It wasn't actually that cold today. It was like 58 degrees, so it was in the shop. It's a little bit warmer, so by about like 10-15 degrees or so. So it was a little warm to wear all that, so I had to take that off. So as far as this goes, I didn't feel like putting it back on, but I did put the wig back on. I put the wig back on. We got the Mick Foley get-up. I'll give you guys one quick look of the whole get-up, because I know you guys we're probably going to get asked that question throughout the course of the night. But yes, this is my Mick Foley get-up here. This is I got the Cactus Jack shirt on. I've got the cutoff sleeve flannel. The only difference is my beard is red. Naturally, I didn't want to dye my beard because I'm going to Martinsville this weekend. So that's the only reason I did not dye the beard black. That's the only difference between the two of us. That, and he probably outweighs me by 100 pounds too. So, I mean, there's that also. But yes, Mick Foley tonight on the stream. The crazy thing is we're so early into NASCAR 21 Ignition that there's going to be a lot of random people watching this. So if you are a wrestling fan, yeah, there we go. Keegan, best Mick Foley ever. Yeah, Cactus Jack version of Mick Foley, by the way, tonight. But wanted dead or alive, yes. Dark Crypto, Joshua Rumsey, Diamond Jet, Patrick Shadley, Ethan, Black Ace, Cars One Boy. Who else we got in the chat here that I was not able to call out doing the intro? That's it. All right. Got everybody, I believe. 15 people watching already. Like, share, and subscribe for more daily NASCAR content as we're about to get into this race here today at Circuit of the Americas. I will say as well, between qualifying and practice, I did not have a lot of cars around me. So this might be a crapshoot to start the race because I have no clue exactly what the AI line is. And this is a very new road course for me. I was practicing for a good half hour to 40 minutes just trying to figure out the racetrack because I had never raced here before in any video game. So starting mid-pack, we'll see how things will go. 68 laps, and the green flag is in the air at COTA. And there's a huge checkup into the first turn already. Was not expecting that. Christopher Bell's going to go right ahead and pass a couple other cars. Got to be careful making all this contact in the early going of the race. Very lucky he has not damaged the fenders too much in the early going. Oh, man. That was Chris Buescher in the 17 who was very, very aggressive that time. Bell has already lost quite a few spots on the initial start after that checkup. Started 21st, already back to 26th. Expert difficulty again for every race on this season. Difficulties will not change. The only thing is with the road courses for now, I am having it on automatic instead of manual until I get used to the buttons. With the shifting, very, very tight corner there, almost 3 wide, and Brad Keselowski's going to come to a complete stop. Something has happened to Brad Keselowski, which stacked up about 4 or 5 cars, and that's why they were almost 3 wide into that tight hairpin corner. Christopher Bell was able to miss to the inside, and he's got a lot of open traffic now ahead of him. Going to be very, very aggressive into the next braking zone as he closes the gap on Matt DiBenedetto and Michael McDowell. Have a nice day, indeed. DiBenedetto looking to make a pass on McDowell. A lot of tight corners here at Circuit of the Americas. Primarily why it is more of an open wheel racetrack, not as suitable for stock cars, although they put on a show in the rain earlier this year. It might have been sloppy at times, but it was a show nonetheless. Curious to see, under dry conditions, what the Cup Series can do in a race there. Bell going to try to outbrake DiBenedetto. He did outbrake him, but there was a little bit of contact made. There's a lot of checkups in traffic here. And Bell's been trying to make these passes. He made another pass on Michael McDowell to move inside the top 20. Up to 19, so 2 spots gained on the opening lap of the race. Oh, man. Denny Hamlin did not see Christopher Bell there. I gotta say, though, Bell probably took his line away at the same time, which is exactly what happened with Michael McDowell and Christopher Bell a couple laps prior. As they head into the S's. Man, Denny Hamlin had a massive checkup there, and again, Bell makes contact. Not sure at all what the pit window is going to be here today, so we're just going to pit with the AI. Bell overruns this corner now into the side of Denny Hamlin. There's more contact. So hard to run road courses in general with stock cars. This is a very tight one with all these hairpin corners. DB Forever 85, welcome to the stream as well. I do have minimal steering assist on for the road courses. Those would be the only settings, but I also did that for, as far as the stability side goes, I have minimal there. As far as everything else, all the other settings are the same, but I did that with NASCAR Heat 4 and NASCAR Heat 5 also. Can't change the settings in the middle of the season on the EA games, so whatever I start with is what I have there, so that's a little different. Little tag to the left rear corner panel. Martin Truex Jr. I'd say Bell's got to be a little bit more patient going through here. We still have the complex damage on, so if he gets hit in any one of those tires, they will puncture. And being on a road course, that could be a long way to limping this car back around depending on what area of the racetrack he is on. I will say, though, with the AI, I'm actually hitting my marks, even though it might not look like it in the first 2 laps, a lot better than what it was at times in practice trying to learn the track. Again, this is the first I've really been racing around cars, so another reason why I'm probably making contact with them quite a bit. Gabby Fox Princess, welcome to the stream. Call you Gabby? Alright, well, welcome to the stream, Gabby. A little wide that time for Bell. There's a little bit runoff area. Almost contact there. I don't know what just happened. Oh, a little tire smoke there trying to get back to the gas. I was scared we blew an engine there for a second. Passing Martin Truex Jr. That was a very aggressive move. Almost got pinched off by Daniel Suarez. And now Suarez hit Bell. Now, Bell had more than half a car in front of Daniel Suarez there. Being very aggressive, though, these first 2 laps of the race. Now the start of the 3rd lap as well for Christopher Bell. He's getting through the S's really, really well. Earlier, contact with the back of Cole Custer. Next race of the season will be at Nashville for the Ally 400. For those of you curious, that will be whenever I get back from Martinsville, which will possibly be Monday night. Again, depending on if the game's going to crash or not there. That was a very bold maneuver. Great crossover move by Cole Custer as he hit his marks. You watched the 20 of Bell go a little bit wide. Bell's strong suit has been the road courses in real life this season. Bell shooting the gap on Custer, making a nice easy pass. No crossover that time for Custer. Oh, and Bell just overruns the next corner big time. Custer should get him back. Not quite. He actually didn't even get alongside of him either. Oh, wow. Bell just punched the 20. I should say the 41 punched the 20 out into the gravel. And that's why you need rear view mirrors in this game, because I did not see Custer at all. I definitely turned into him, but I had no clue he was there. And he did late break as well there, but you gotta, you know, I guess it's fair to be raced away that you are racing others, and Bell had done that to a couple other drivers on his way up to the top 15. That cost him a couple positions. He's going to have to get back by not only Custer, but Truex and Suarez as well. Seems like the AI are a lot quicker getting back to the gas than me, but I'm able to outbrake them in the corners considerably, so that is definitely the difference maker. The car is good on the straightaways, but now how much are they saving their tires versus what the 20 of Christopher Bell may be saving his tires as well? Again, I'm not sure why the car is smoking like this. Oh, and we're going to have to come to a stop. So that was a self-serve penalty that time in the S's. Bell completely missed that corner. I wasn't paying attention at all. I was actually kind of looking at the chat. It's going to be hard to look at the chat in this game, guys. I'm more comfortable with those other games where we have a lot of laps on them. So if I'm not looking at the chat every second, I try to focus on the line. That cost Bell 4 positions in the S's as well. He'll get one back on Denny Hamlin here. And I think the tires are starting to go away. It is an 81-degree day, though, so it is pretty slick. As far as the track surface itself goes, 68 laps is a long time around this nearly 4-mile road course. Over 3.5 miles in length total, or roughly 3.5 miles in length. Bell may be going to have to start backing these corners up a little more because he has really pushed these tires hard in the first 4 laps. Might have to get rid of some tape on the car as well, because I'm not sure exactly what's smoking right now. It's like there's a tire rub. Because it doesn't seem like... This is going to be a good pass on Hamlin if he can make this work. He was on the inside there. He'll be on the outside in the next corner. Tight racing between two Joe Gibbs Racing teammates. Again, Hamlin coming off that Daytona 500 victory. Oh, I was looking at the chat again. Kept it out of the gravel. Good thing there's some excess pavement, quite a bit of it here at COTA. And as Bell was trying to make his way back onto the track, he sideswiped his teammate Hamlin. Guess we didn't lose positions there. Very aggressive pass on Ross Chastain, but he made it work. Contact slowed Hamlin down enough that Bell was able to get by him. Back onto the track, made sure he wasn't going to miss the S's this time around. Got a pretty big run on Bubba Wallace. It's going to go pretty wide, though. He doesn't want to be in the grass. Oh, man. Narrow again there. A lot of the contact seemingly has been on the right side, specifically the right front. Christopher Bell's car. He was underneath Wallace there. And, I mean, it's just so easy for cars to make contact at this racetrack. Wow. That gravel definitely kept Bell from hitting that tire wall. Wallace with the crossover move. Not much of a crossover move when the other driver just completely overruns the corner like that. Yeah, grill tape's at 65% right now. I don't know why it's up that high. I mean, you can't actually make any settings. All the settings are preset in this game, so whatever grill tape's on it at the start is what we have. Obviously, 65 is way too much. I mean, that's over half the engine is taped up. I'm definitely gonna have to drop that. I have no clue why the game put it. Oh my gosh, that's weird that you have to move it to the right to move the grill tape down. That's odd. That's really odd. Just going the wrong direction there for a second. It's so hard to look and change that when you're trying to hit your marks on this racetrack, especially the newer tracks, especially road courses in general. Probably wouldn't be able to do it at all if I was in manual transmission. Second straight lap in that finishing corner that Christopher Bell had overran it. But Wallace goes a little wide in turn one that time. Definitely seems like Bell gets through the S's a lot better. So he should close on Bubba Wallace here. Oh, big time. He's going to make a pass on Bubba Wallace in the S's. Wasn't expecting that. Bubba checked up so much, but though off the exit of the corner, he may have a chance to get Christopher Bell back. No, never mind. He's not even close enough. Yeah, I'm dropping this tape down to 30%. If I feel like we can add more later, we will. But I mean, honestly, outside of that, though, I don't think I want to make any... Oh, my goodness. I keep forgetting there's a lot of tire wear in this game, too. There's 6 laps here, especially under the heat. Again, 80-degree temperatures coming into the day. That's quite a bit. Definitely going to start checking up a little sooner. The AI also have the same issue as we would with the tire, so it's not... It's pretty even. Again, the actual physics of this game are really, really good. It's just the bugs. I mean, the bugs are like the only real downside to this game. And honestly, so far, I know we're only a few laps into COTA, but this is far better than the Daytona experience we had yesterday. Contact with Austin Dillon. Accidental bump and run. Making the pass. Again, Bell back up to 15th. And he really shut the door on Austin Dillon there. I don't think Dillon appreciated that at all. To head into the finishing corners. Bell did not overrun that finishing corner that time, so he's going to be able to get back to the gas in a much better spot than what he was originally. You could really see the car slipping up off the exit of the corner. Not only me, but even the AI is doing that too. Austin Dillon had a big slip up, getting back to the gas on the curbing. Crucial for him. Bell down low. Suarez tried to miss him. Bell took such a late dive again. Really being aggressive in this race, and he is very fortunate that it has not cut a tire down. Making contact so far into the S's. So close the gap on Truex. May have a chance to make a pass. Very, very tight there. I don't think there was any contact, though, that time, as Bell just side drafted the 19, and he powered right on by him. Truex had a nasty crash here with Bell, in fact. Back in the rain race for the Cup Series in real life. One car really wide there on his entry. That was Kurt Busch. Bell aggressive to try and make the pass on Custer. Going to use that runoff area. And Custer side drafts that left rear quarter panel right back. Side by side into the long straightaway. And now Bell's going to try to side draft the 41. And he's barely going to hang on. Custer's going to have the advantage down low. Bell going to try to outbrake him on the high side. That might not work. Oh, that does not work at all. He goes way wide. Again, Bell way too aggressive, but as he merges back on, he's still side by side. I think Custer might have made a mistake in the corner as well. Back and forth they go. Great crossover move by Cole Custer that time to make the pass. Bell sends it into the next corner, and a little too far. Had the right side tires out into the gravel. And Truex might have a chance to pounce on the 20, but great racing so far early on, I do have to say. Really liking the road course racing here tonight at COTA. Again, a lot better than the Daytona 500. Bell gonna... Oh, I forgot that was a high-speed corner. I was backing out early to try and get the crossover on Truex. I forgot I could carry that corner a lot harder, and Truex just pulled us. Again, I am... this is a new track for me. This is the first time ever running a race ever here. And all I really had was about 20 laps of practice and then a couple laps in the session qualifying. With really no AI to race around. Now that time, that was Truex's fault. Bell might have tried to outbrake him there, but he was underneath him for quite a while before Truex moved down. I mean, again, the damage isn't really registering a whole lot. Oh, right when I said that, Truex is going to get dumped by his teammate Bell. Right in the S's. Not a good spot for Truex to be sitting. Right when I said the damage wasn't registering, Truex just got completely wiped out by his teammate. These tires are sliding around more and more and more. The battle between Custer and Bell is about to pick up again, though. It seems like these two are, when they're not racing each other, closing in on the guys inside the top 10 just up ahead. Joshua Mundy, welcome to the stream. Exceeding track limits. This is not Formula 1, so this is NASCAR. You can use all that excess pavement you want. I saw Ross Chastain do it many times at COTA earlier this year, so I know we can do it without any penalties. These cars are a lot harder to handle on road courses than Formula 1 cars. They got a lot less downforce. And they're a lot heavier, too, on top of it. So, I mean, they kind of need that excess pavement. You see them use that at every road course. Now, cutting the corner, that's one thing. But obviously, you can't cut the corner and take a shortcut. But you could use the excess pavement in NASCAR. Again, the car's been smoking since, like, lap 3. I just think that's a bug with the game, honestly, because it hasn't really... I mean, the tires are sliding more and more. So we got one car hitting the pit at lap 8. Coming to lap 9, Bell shot the gap on Custer again, really wide. I could tell the brakes seem to be getting a lot mushier as the tires are getting older. I don't think the brakes themselves wear out. I really hope not, because I've been pushing them hard the first 8 laps. But obviously the tire wear, very, very crucial. Bell drops it down to like 30 miles an hour there just to keep it off Custer. Wants to really try not to make any contact, if at all possible. If I remember right, isn't the pit window like 17 laps in real life? More contact there. Custer almost missed the S's with the contact that time. Bill got into him after Custer checked up. Keep forgetting the AI is a lot slower going through there. So Bell was 13th before the green flag stop started. Unless that was an unscheduled stop. I only really saw one car hit the pit lane. Oh, Bell's coming in hot. Oh, my goodness. I thought he was going to just completely wipe out Kevin Harvick. I don't know how Bell made that corner. You can really see the tires lock up as the car was sliding around like crazy. As he was trying to get the car to stop, but it was a complete lockup, and he somehow made that corner. I don't know how, but especially 9 laps into the run. That reminded me of Kurt Busch hydroplaning and barely missing Kyle Busch in the COTA race earlier this season, only there was no rain that time. It was just a complete lockup for Christopher Bell. Ashton G, welcome to the stream. That was a bad time to look at the chat. I hit my marks, though. I didn't make a mistake. Car got a little slippery, though. You really just got to kind of feather it back to the throttle. I mean, we're aggressive with the braking, but it feels like the car doesn't slide as much in the braking as what it does when you're trying to pick the gas back up in this game. We do have minimal stability, though, for the road courses, too, which help. Fuel windows 20 to 22 laps at COTA. Gotcha. I just don't know if that's going to be accurate with this game, because the AI at Daytona were pitting every 20 laps, and our crew chief was telling us to pit, you know, within like 5 laps or something when we were at like lap 26. So for whatever reason, the fuel window at Daytona is... We'll have to remember that when we go back there again this season. And hopefully we can stay out of trouble the second time around and have a good shot to win the race. Another checkup in the S's that Bell... I mean, you just have to assume that they're going to end up doing that at some point. He is underneath Kevin Harvick, trying to make the pass. Going to try a wider entry this time. That's going to give him a little bit better drive. Well, no, never mind. Harvick beats Bell back to the gas. I don't know how Harvick back through there. Bell sending it, though, into the kink. Next high braking zone. Look at Elliott trying to make a pass. Oh, Bell gets clipped by Elliott, trying to be very aggressive on the offense. Taking it 3 wide. I don't think he was expecting Elliott to make a move as well underneath Kurt Busch, but he did. So when Bell tried to make the move on Elliott, it ended up making it 3 wide. There is no room to go 3 wide at this track. When Bell got clipped, he did a great job keeping it off the wall. Obviously, the gravel probably helped him keep it off the wall. That's the second time he has flirted with disaster in a tire wall in the first 10 laps of the race. It's going to be a miracle if we make it to the end the way we've been running so far. I got to say, though, also, the tires, I know we've really abused the tires in this race so far, but, I mean, they are shot after 10 laps right now. We've seen a lockup the last lap. We saw that issue right there, although that was mainly because it was 3 wide, not so much the tires giving way, but Bell's definitely struggling. He has not cracked the top 10 yet. He is up to 11th right now. And I think that was an unscheduled stop for whoever was in the top 10 earlier. Yeah, Triple H is my favorite of all time. I got the chance to meet Mick Foley in person. That kind of persuaded me into wanting to be McFoley for Halloween and for that Halloween costume party today. I couldn't wear this Sunday because I'll be at Martinsville, so that's why I'm doing it today. Just because this is the last stream before I leave for Martinsville, and we had our costume party at work today anyway. So I was kind of scared. I was the only person that was any sort of professional wrestler there, but there were a few people that were like saying some Mick Foley quotes throughout the course of the day. Of course, the iconic Bang Bang I got a couple times throughout the course of the day, so that was nice. At least there were some people that knew who I was. There were people that came up to me like, "Who are you supposed to be?" Like, if you don't watch wrestling or you've never watched wrestling, you will never understand why I am. I do have Mr. Sacco too. I don't know where he's at right now. I did make a Mr. Sacco. I did have him in my pants today too for the whole day, just like Mick Foley would. And I pulled him out of my pants on 2 separate occasions to take pictures. So. I can't remember, right? I think Mr. Sacco's laying on the other side of my bed right now. He may be in my pants still. I really can't remember. to be completely honest. I don't know where Mr. Sacco's at. Great pass there on Kevin Harvick. It does seem like lap after lap, the AI is just getting more and more compressed. It's almost like the faster cars now were the ones that saved their tires the most. Obviously not Bell. I think Bell's just kind of had that consistent speed. Stays alongside Alex Bowman. Bowman maybe beat him back to the gas. A little contact to the back bumper of the 48 that time, though, as Christopher Bell ran into him. Terry Lewis, welcome to the stream. Billy Kramer, welcome as well. At least a lot of you guys down in the chat at least understood who I was. That was a really, really good corner that time for Christopher Bell. AI just pick up the throttle a lot. I can't pick the throttle back up that quick or the car is going to spin out. So it just is what it is. My offense is in the braking zones, not getting back to the gas. Like right there, nice clean pass on Alex Bowman. Slipping and sliding off the curbing, trying to get back to the gas. The paint also kind of making the car slide a little bit. Mainly painted curbs more than anything else at COTA. There are some turtles on the racetrack. Big pass that time on William Byron in the Esses. That was the same spot where Bell was able to make a pass earlier on in the race. Can't remember who it was on. Oh, I think it was Bubba Wallace, if I remember right. Chase Elliott in 7th place right now, running that Lumar paint scheme, which is actually a paint scheme he did run at this racetrack. Yeah, Eddie Guerrero, classic. Yeah, Triple H is always my favorite of all time. Coincidentally, also, the first match I ever watched was the 2000 Royal Rumble Street Fight match between Triple H and Mick Foley. Triple H won that. I think that was probably part of what led him to being my favorite, but I think just his physique and me just, when I was younger, wanting a physique like that. I obviously don't have that right now. But, even when I was in the gym, it's like, okay, that's, kind of the goal. I need to get back into lifting. I told myself I would this winter when golf season was done. So within the next couple of weeks, I will definitely be smashing those weights. Big slide that time by the 33 of Cindric. Bell has definitely hit his marks a lot better over the last few laps. He had a big slide there. He locked the brakes up just trying to keep it off of Cindric. He's definitely faster than him right now. It seems like Bell's got a pretty decent long-run car. He's trying to get into the top 5. No clue where 4th place is at right now. There is nobody in front of Cindric. Cindric qualified outside pole. I remember Reddick did qualify on the pole earlier. Nice pass by Bell. Cindric backed that corner up just a little too much, making an easy pass for Christopher Bell, and he is in the top 5 for the first time in this race. Really, the first time since the first 25 laps of the Daytona 500 he has been in the top 5. Of course, that unfortunate DNF yesterday, finishing 37th, was a rough go for Christopher Bell, and I think one of the cars pit that last time by. There's so many different strategies right now. So Bell is actually up to 4th. But again, no sign of where the top 3's at. Looks like Tyler Reddick is the leader. Joey Logano's in 3rd. Oh, I got to come to a stop. Bell's going to have to come to a stop. There was a penalty assessed that time. Really hard to stop the car on old tires. And Cindric, Blaney, Elliott all going to get back by Bell. That was an unfortunate mistake. That's the second time he has blown a corner today. Both times are in the S's, which incidentally is his best corner on the racetrack speed-wise. He's carrying a little bit too much more speed. Grew up with Hulk Hogan. Yeah, I grew up in the not in the Attitude. I grew up in the Ruthless Aggression era, but I remember that vividly being the first match I ever watched as Elliott makes a bold maneuver on Ryan Blaney for the pass. Contact as Blaney pinched Bell off. That costed Bell a lot of time here into this long straightaway. Not going to be super, super aggressive, although the AI are really starting to check up a lot more now. More contact. Almost spun the 20 car around that time. He got really loose after the contact with Blaney. Yeah, one of my favorite rivalries to this day is the Triple H Mick Foley one, because that was like the first one I ever watched, just because of the first match. But then that No Way Out match they had too was really solid, just as good. I'd say the street fight was a little bit better, but they were both solid matches. But it was on like a Best of the Attitude Era disc, and that was the first match on that disc. I can't remember exactly like what the it was something to do with like the Best of the Attitude Era. Maybe it was like the best of like the early 2000s or something. I don't know. I don't remember really any matches from the 90s being on that CD. So it might have been like a 2000s something. But I remember I was a really little kid when I saw that match. But that was the first match I ever watched. Bell was all on the brakes that time, trying to keep it off Blaney, and he still got into him. Really stinks that Bell blew the S's about a lap and a half ago, because he had already passed all three of these guys, and he's struggling to get around him the second time through. Really good corner that time through the kink. Oh, Blaney hard into the braking zone. Look at Blaney slide the tires as he tries to make a pass on Chase Elliott, and they're side by side for the 6th position, right in line behind another Penske car of Austin Cindric. Yeah, Roman Reigns is killing it right now with the Tribal Chief character. My favorite right now is Seth Rollins. All-time favorite is Triple H, though. Oh my goodness. This is not good! Bell purposely avoided the Penske cars. He cleared... Did Elliott make a pass of both Cindric and Blaney? Maybe that was Blaney we were trying to pass. I'm very confused at how Elliott was able to get up to 4th place there. Blaney aggressively trying to get around Cindric again. Oh, really wide that time for Christopher Bell. It's costly. William Byron's actually starting to close in from behind as well. Oh, again, into the grass. No traction control there. That was the only chance Bell had of missing Cindric for the 2nd time that last lap. Just trying to avoid. Cindric is definitely not fast anymore, at least late in the run. He might have more of a short run car, which is actually, again, kind of realistic compared to how Cindric ran on the road course this year. It seemed like he had a really good short run car, maybe used his stuff up earlier in the run. Bell a little wide that time. He'll make the pass in the S's cleanly. hugging the turtles. Actually didn't bounce up too bad off the turtle either, but now he goes wide, getting back to the gas. Cindric might have another chance to get back around him. Not quite. He is there, though, if Bell makes another major mistake. But Cindric, definitely not as fast as the 3 cars who have passed him within the last few laps. Chase Elliott is on a mission right now. I mean, he's already about 6-7 seconds. Well, I don't know how accurate that is, actually, because I don't know how accurate the intervals are on the road courses in this game. Booker T, yeah, he was hilarious, honestly. I've watched within the last few months some funny Booker T moments on YouTube, and there's a bunch of compilations of them. I didn't realize like how many hilarious stuff he said. A lot of it was on commentary. Like, I do not remember him, like, I always knew he was a funny guy, but I don't remember him being like that funny. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that he just says random, like, it's just so random. It's like JR levels of random, but the only difference is it's Booker T saying it, and the way he says it is a lot different than how, like, JR would say it, so. Maybe that's what makes it hilarious, but. As far as the commentary levels. Another big mistake there by Christopher Bell. I've noticed I've been missing my marks with no cars to race around right now. And with this game the way it is, I don't see there being a caution in this race. So somehow, some way, Bell's going to have to try and figure this track out as the field is going to get more and more spaced out throughout the course of the race unless we do end up getting a caution. But again, I doubt it. There's going to be majority of these races this season are likely going to go caution-free with the way the cautions work on this game. Obviously, the black flags do not work at COTA that well right now, which is why we missed the S's twice and they didn't penalize us, but I did penalize myself, so. It would actually give you a drive-through or tell you to give you a drive-through anyway, so if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Isn't he actually 6-time, though, total, because he ended up winning the world title with as King Booker? Man. I can't wait to get fresh tires back on this car. Like, it's just slides so much more. It's like every lap is very minimal but gradual. At this, like, it's so gradual. I don't know when the good spot to pit is, though. Because if we pit too early, we might have to make 4 stops in the race. We really want to take this as long as we can. Even though there's no telemetry, so it's really hard to tell that. And as much as we cook the tires off at the beginning of the run, the car is sliding more and more now. You know, who's to say that we don't just randomly blow a tire? Really tough to determine that. We've seen a lot of these cars pit already. I know Chase Elliott hit the pits that last lap by, which is why Bell is back inside the top 5 again. Bell's having a hard time trying to keep up with Blaney. And, well, now Blaney's going to pit. It might be a 4-stop race anyway, but, man, if Bell can make it on 3 stops knowing it's going to stay caution-free, that might be an advantage in trying to win this race. But in order to make it on 3 stops, he is going to have to go about 23 laps. I meant to say it's looking like a 3-stop race. Bell may be going to try to make it in 2 if it is all possible. If Bell can make it in 2 stops, he'd have to go at least 23 laps a run on average. He is 6-time. Yeah, that's what I figured. 5-time in WCW, which is where that saying came from. I know what you guys are talking about. I was just trying to be Captain Obvious, I guess, at that point. And Tyler Reddick isn't all that far ahead of Bell, but At least you don't have to worry about making contact with anybody. That's one thing. I mean, there's nobody behind us either. If anybody has done a full race at COTA, which I'm pretty sure I'm like the only one in the NASCAR YouTube community that does full races, but if anybody has, you know, whether you are you know, a content creator or not, can somebody tell me what the fuel mileage is on this game specifically at COTA? Like, every track is going to be just a random guess. Probably shouldn't. One thing I've noticed with automatic, you can shift when you want to. JC Plays, welcome to the stream. Thanks for the $2 super chat. The game came for you today. Well, congratulations. Hopefully you have fun with it. There's a lot more good than I think people give it credit for, including myself at times. But at the same time, too, the bad is really, really bad. The bad is mainly the bugs and the glitches. I mean, that's really the only bad thing about this game. That, obviously, there's a lack of features, but it's the first game in a series. Everybody was expecting that. And if you weren't, then I don't know what you were expecting as far as features go. But they definitely need telemetry, though. They need telemetry. They need a rearview mirror. Vibration would be nice, too. Almost missed the S's again. That would have been the third time. First 18 laps already. Kyle, the King fan, welcome to the stream. Oh, yes, Cactus Jack. This is my Halloween costume. I leave for Martinsville tomorrow, so my only chance to wear it before Halloween was today. And I also have my Halloween costume party at work today as well, so I wore this into work. I had to take the wig off after lunch because it was getting a little hot into the afternoon, but it was hot in the shop with like everything I had on. Like, if I would have been wearing normal clothes, I wouldn't have been hot at all because it was 58 degrees outside. But I was braking really early there. For some reason, I was thinking I probably could have gotten away with braking a little bit later, but with these tires, it's just so hard to judge. Oh, man, that was probably like the second or third time it legitimately like almost spun out where like I had no clue if I was going to be able to save it or not. We haven't actually spun in this one yet so far. We still got 2 more runs where we're going to have old tires like this after this one, so there's that. He's still in 4th. So again, a lot of the AI have pit, but not everybody. And Bell does, if he could prefer, he would like to be the last car out on the racetrack. Because a lot of the drivers that are pitting right now or prior to now will definitely have to pit again. Specifically, they're going to have to pit 2 times. Bell struggles. Been very inconsistent with the line today, but again, with that being a new track on this game and a new track for me, again, I've never raced here in any game, so just learning the track in general is hard on the fly. I know I did practice a considerable amount, about 40 minutes before the start of this race, but I mean, this was basically my practice, was by myself, kind of like what we've seen over the last 4 or 5 laps. And that's seemingly when I'm missing my marks the most. And now Bell has to serve another penalty. It's the 3rd time he went a little too hard into the S's. So he'll have to come to a complete stop. Man, the car's just not taking off even. I think it's just a solid top 10 to be good. It's a new track. You DNF'd in the Daytona 500 if you're Christopher Bell. You just need a solid run. Just a consistent finish. It was a little shaky at the start. Everything compressed together. As things have spaced out, it's been a lot cleaner racing. was about to say it was a good corner for Bell. Alright, well, the crew chief said a few laps left here to pit. If we can make it to lap 23, then this can be done on 2 stops today, which is going to be huge for Christopher Bell and maybe a chance to win the race. This could turn into a fuel mileage race. The scary part about a fuel mileage race in this game is there's no telemetry. Talk about a nerve-wracking finish if it comes down to it. NASCAR LOL, welcome to the stream. Sorry if I don't shout all of you guys out. This is a difficult racetrack for me specifically. I'm doing my best. We're at lap 20. Can Bell push it 3 more laps around this very long road course? He's not going to try to save any fuel in this opening run. He's missed the S's 3 times. That's the only track penalty so far, though he has gone wide using the excess pavement quite a few times. But again, that is not a penalty in NASCAR compared to open wheel racing. Use the advantage while you got it. Shaky getting back to the gas again. Man, oh man, oh man. Hit that like button, everybody. We had about 24 people watch it a couple seconds ago. Smash that like button. We've consistently had a lot more people watching than what we have likes right now. So like, share, subscribe if you are new for more daily NASCAR content. Super, super close to 1.1 thousand subs. So, hey, let's see if we get there by the end of the night. It's not impossible. It is not impossible. We are that close. Man, that was not a good corner. Bell's definitely going to want to take care of his tires a lot better in the second 2 runs of the race, so hopefully it's not this slippery 20 laps into the next run. I feel like I could have carried that corner so much faster. It's tough. What happened? Are we out of gas? I think we're out of gas. We've got to be out of gas. I don't know what's going on. Are we out of gas? Well, this is not good at all. I think we're out of gas. I thought we hit the commitment line. I don't know why it's not. Oh, no, don't do this. Don't do this. I'm on the brakes, but the brakes aren't working. We're going to get DQ'd. We are going to get DQ'd. I mean, I can't get up the hill. We were so close to the pit lane. I can't do anything. This is why the game needs telemetry. Oh my goodness, we were in 4th place. Such a good run going. The problem is it's in automatic too. So like I'm trying to shift and it just shifts right back. I mean, that's it. I can't do anything. We're a lap down now. But I think Reddick just passed us. I don't know what to do. I mean, we're in last place. I mean, we could hope and pray somebody hits us, but we're just going to fall a bunch of laps down anyway. You gotta be joking. This is why the game needs telemetry, I swear. I mean, this was not my fault. Like, this is not... Our crew chief said be ready to pit within the next couple of laps. I said, okay. That was at lap 19. It was lap 20. He said the next couple of laps. 1 lap later, we run out of gas. I was expecting when he said that we can go to about 22, 23. It was going to be close, you know, pushing it there. But not lap 20. How was 55 miles an hour not able to get up that hill, though? That's what I don't understand. I know I was out of gas, but then I was on the brakes, but the brakes weren't working. I don't know what to do now. You should switch to manual. The only reason I'm not using manual in this game is because you have to use triangle and circle, and I'm not used to it. I've tried it, and I will go back to manual at some point, but right now I don't want to do it because I know I'm going to be missing shifts all over the place with triangle and circle as the manual. Just wait here and talk. Well, this is a bummer. I mean, it's calming. We're going to finish last, but there's no way to... Like, even if the race finishes, we're going to be stuck here. I mean, unless we just roll backwards and get... we can't roll backwards because we're out of gas. Duh. I mean, what are the odds somebody spins right into us, too? We're not even in the racing line. Like, they're going full speed, and they can clearly go around us. Well, note to self, every race going forward, we just got to pit with the AI. Every race going forward, we have to pit with the AI. Even if it looks like we might be able to make it on, you know, one last stop like this race, there's no telemetry, so you can't actually tell. There were drivers still on the track that haven't made their first stop yet, so, you know, I was kind of banking off of them on deciding when to pit, and they just didn't pit. We ran out. Oh my goodness. That name I will not read, but 666, welcome to the stream. Yeah, I would wait to get the game right now. I mean, we were having fun. Those first 20 laps were a lot of fun. But no telemetry, we ran out of gas. We can't tell when we're low on fuel. The crew chief said something. The only thing the crew chief said at lap 19 was you're going to have to pit within a couple laps. He didn't say why. I'm assuming because of fuel, obviously. In hindsight, it was because of fuel. I'm assuming it was because of fuel the first time. We ran 1 lap and we ran out of gas. He said we have to pit within a couple laps. We stayed out the last lap, and we didn't even make it back around to the pit lane the next lap anyway. So he lied to us. He said we can go a couple more laps, but we couldn't even make it 1 lap. Well, now I know. For the career mode, I mean, we don't race at COTA again on the custom schedule, so on the career mode, pit before lap 20. I'm marking that in my notes. I need to start keeping track of notes for this. I need to keep track of notes I'm going to open up a Google Doc right now. I am opening up Google Docs right now. And I'm going... All right. Daytona. $20 laps on fuel. COTA. I'm just going to play it safe and say 18 laps on fuel. I mean, we'll know every race. What a rough start to the season. 37th and 40th. Ouch. That one stings. This one stings. We were in 4th place. I mean, they both sting. We had race-winning cars in both races. Maybe not. We weren't the fastest. I mean, I'll be honest. We weren't not the fastest in this race. But we were competitive. Again, we were in 4th place on speed. Actually, we were technically 5th because Blaney pit ahead of us. I think Chase Elliott pit ahead of us too. So I guess we were probably 6th on speed, but that's a top 10. We stayed out of trouble. I mean, we had a couple penalties here and there, but we served them. And automatic uses more fuel than manual does. That's possible. Davion West, welcome to the stream. Well, I'll leave it up to you guys down in the chat. Obviously, now with this happening, I do have time. I do have time to run the Daytona 500 career mode race. Do you guys want me to live stream that? Or do you want me to run it now and put it as a premiere for this weekend? Because I will not... that's the only race I'm going to be able to record. So it's either we live stream it tonight, or I premiere it on either Saturday or Sunday. It's your guys' choice. I cannot live stream or premiere anything Saturday, Sunday if we live stream that tonight, due to going to Martinsville. We're going to have to simulate this race somehow. There's no way to simulate it, but live stream it. Yeah, because, I mean, we DNF'd 20 laps into the race. My second name German? Yeah, part German. Well, I guess it is German. I'm part German. My ancestors would be from Germany, but I don't have, like, any relatives that I know of that are actually from Germany. We're all from the States. You guys are saying live stream it. Busy on the weekend. I'm bored tonight, so live stream it. All right. Well, I guess we'll live stream it. I won't have to practice at all. I'll qualify. And you guys will get to see qualifying, I guess. So, all right. Well, we need to figure out the results to this race first. Wait a minute. I got an idea. I wonder if moving the dead zone all the way up, the throttle sticks. I found that out with this game on many occasions. Will this get us to pit road? Nope. It was worth a try. I'll move it back down. It was worth a try. I mean, I should have known being out of gas it wasn't going to work, but... Clutch idea. I mean, it doesn't even... It was worth a try. Bella's on life support, making the chase right now. Yeah, a 37th and 40th to start the season. Next race on another new track when we go to Nashville. At least it's an oval, but you have to learn that one on the fly too. That's going to be next week. I'm running on automatic transmission because, again, the controls are triangle and circle. So I guess what I can do is I can quit. I can go to 2% race length. Race only. 40 cars. No, I didn't save. I did not save. Start weekend. You know what stinks though too about this game? Not only there's no telemetry, but compared to real life, the pit windows are shorter. So like you can't even take like real life into consideration here. Like we couldn't even go 20 laps on fuel at Daytona. I mean, well, we could, but we could go barely over 20 laps on fuel at Daytona. That's like half the run. We're going to figure out the finishing results to this race before we end this stream, though. It is a Friday night, by the way. I didn't even think about that, so you guys are probably mostly off of work tomorrow and school.
At Circuit of the Americas. I'm Alex Hayden, and we're at one of America's newest road courses known for hosting some of the most...
Well, it looks like the career mode is going to be live streamed tonight.
This track is full of
you guys, the fans. I like how it says no previous winner.
Turns that are sure to challenge the drivers today.
I mean, it was the first race here. At Road America, does it give, like... is it going to say no previous winner, even though they did run a race back there in the 50s in the Cup Series? Oh, we could skip this. I don't know why I'm playing back through it again. Is that even legal to skip the national anthem like I just did? Well, I don't know. Gonna do 100% race at Michigan. Keegan proud. And look at that, we're on the pole. It's only one lap. I'm going to send it into this first turn. I didn't want to put it in the wall, though. No, that's okay. Yeah, what do we have to lose? I was going to finish last anyway. How are they not all past us yet? I'm stuck in the sand. We'll get out of this eventually. Oh, we're almost there. That was a terrible idea to just gun it. I just wanted to be out of everybody's way. You know, with this being a one-lap race, there was a Rick Ware car in the front row. Are we about to see an upset winner? I may have a tire down. I'm not entirely sure. I hit it pretty square. I think the tires are all right. Oh, yeah, I definitely have a tire down. Left front's down. I don't even care. I'm just going to get through this as quick as I can. Guaranteed last place fit. Oh, gee, oh no. We're just having fun now. Oh, we killed it. Oh, we're in the sand again. My bad. It's hard to tell where you're at on the racetrack. All the pavement everywhere when you spin like that. No cars around you. Oh, jeez. I wonder if anybody's tuning in for the first time, wondering what the heck I'm doing right now. Well, if you are wondering, we ran out of gas, and with no cautions virtually on this game, I think we were going to be stuck there a while. We would have finished last anyway, so we're simulating a 2% race, which is only one lap here at COTA in this game, just to get the finishing results in, and we're accepting a last place finish. I say white flag. Are they running another lap? Is there 2 laps that I don't know about? It said checkered flag, but then it says final lap again. I'm a little confused. My left front tire's still down. I'm just going to cut this. It turns easier to the left than what it does to the right with the left front down. There we go. Almost stayed in the gas a little too long. This is going to be a random finishing order. Whoever, I mean, the front runners, Elliott, Larson, Logano. I think Chastain was up there in the last race too. Like, those guys are not going to be us, obviously, but I mean, this is going to be a completely random finishing order. And we're about to see what this is. We may have to win a race to make the playoffs this year. I like how we just crossed the start-finish line. Why is it up here? Or is that the start-finish line? Actually, you know what I'm thinking? That is the start-finish line. For NASCAR. Alright. Well, there it is, last place. So look at the finishing results. Cody Ware. Oh my goodness. Cody Ware with his first career win. For Rick Ware Racing has won at COTA due to the random finishing order. And we had a random finishing order due to running out of gas in the first race and having to basically simulate to get to the end of the race. Chastain still got a good finish, but that was about it. Look at that, top 10. Cody Ware with the win. Chris Buescher second, Ross Chastain third, Josh Bilicki fourth, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. rounds out the top 5, BJ McLeod sixth, Joey Gay seventh, William Byron eighth, Justin Haley ninth, and Brad Keselowski rounds out the top 10. NASCAR 21 Ignition video game, ladies and gentlemen. Cody Ware has just won at COTA. Again, this was a simulated race due to... I need to take a picture of the finishing results here so I can do the points myself. What a night. What a time to be alive. Cody Ware winning at COTA. If we have situations where we keep having this throughout the course of the season where we run out of gas because there's no telemetry and we have to simulate the race, we may have to win a race to get in the playoffs if we're going to have guys like Cody Ware winning over and over again. Just crazy stuff. I think we've scored 2 points in the first 2 races combined. 37th and 40th. 1 point for finishing position. So we got 2 points in the first 2 races. We might as well have just started parked. We would have gotten the races done sooner, and I mean, you would have missed some action, but for my sake, it probably would have been better off. My goodness. Like, share, and subscribe for more daily NASCAR content, everybody. Cody Ware is officially a NASCAR Cup Series winner. But in all seriousness, Denny Hamlin, Cody Ware, first 2 winners of the season. Cody Ware winning at COTA. Denny Hamlin winning the Daytona 500 to start the season. And we'll run the career mode tonight. Daytona 500 coming up next on the channel due to not even getting half the race in. Again, my stipulation is if we DNF or something of that nature, less than halfway through a race, then we do have to run a doubleheader. So we are running the doubleheader tonight. Only not with the next game here. We're doing it with the career mode. Like, share, and subscribe again, everybody. And I'll see you in a couple minutes.